Namaste. Disciplined by Dad, late Dr. Kuttappa Namura, ever cherished with the joy of sharing by Mom Janaki Bayavanda, I fondly start my introduction. Have tons of KV memories that made us strong and vibrant. This group was created to link our KV friends who once spent their precious years dedicated to KV, keeping aside their pains and sorrows. Proud to say that we are a part of KV that started in 1981 with great people, their ideas, time, life, land, savings, all devoted to achieve their dream of shaping Kodagu Vidyalaya. It's completing 40 years presently under the safe hands of third generation, and we all wish them good luck for the glorious future of our school. This is my second documentary for which I spent hours together collecting details of our school, voice messages from our KV past committee members, activities by Ex-KVian friends. It was an unparalleled experience that connected to each one in deeper level, helping our documentary possible to be released today, making all of us bonded with a friendly smile under the guidance of admins Mrs. Uday Kumari, Miss Padmini, Mrs. Rani, Mrs. Agnes, Mrs. Sumitra, Mr. Medappa, Mrs. Shakuntala, and Mrs. Rita. I conclude with a note of gratitude for all the departed souls connected to our KV to rest in peace. Thank you. Here's Jansi.
Dear friends, here I am, Miss Padmini CP from Bemmati, reading the agenda. Invocation by Srimati Vidya Hebbard, followed by Shri K. Ram Prasad's welcome address. Next, album of Kodagu Vidyalaya's past committee, present BVP KV committee and staff by Mrs. Pramila Aichanda. Then, album on reminiscences of Ex-KVians by Mrs. Anushri. After this, you will listen to interesting voice messages followed by innovative activities by our ex-KVian group members, which include their views, their experiences, slides of European tours, recitation of poems, paintings, dance, yakshagana, yoga, visual presentation, etc. Finally, Mrs. Shakuntala Shetty will propose vote of thanks.
Jaya Devi Jaganmate Lopamudre Puratane Jaya Bhadre Bhavodhare Mangale Mangalaprade प्रसीद कारुण्य गुणाभिरामे प्रसीद कल्याण वरप्रवाहे प्रसीद कामादि हरे पवित्रे कावेरी कावेरी मम
ಮಾನವನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೌವನದ ಸವಿನೆನಪುಗಳು ಚಿರಕಾಲ ಉಳಿಯುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸವಿನೆನಪುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮರೆಯಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೊಡಗು ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಒಮ್ಮತದಿಂದ ಕಳೆದ ದಿನಗಳ ಸವಿನೆನಪು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಈ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ದಶಕಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕನಾಗಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ ರಾಮಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ನೀಡುವ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ಶುಭ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Markara, as it was then called, is a beautiful place with such with mountains and nature at its best. Our children lived in homes with plenty of comforts and the joy of being with parents and grandparents. What a life it could be. So in the year 1981, my husband, Miss B.K. Subaya, started a school. We had also heard that Titu's nursery was open. Then it left us thinking if she was going to open a nursery, then the kids passing out need a full fledged school to complete their education. Money was very tight. We asked some like minded people for the first meeting. The principal of Rishi Valley came, and his ideas were not suitable to us. We had no capital at all. He told us that we needed 100 acres for us to be self sufficient. It was impossible to acquire 100 acres as we did not live in a dry land but in coffee country where land is very valuable. Then suddenly at the meeting, my father, C.D. Bopaya, and his brother C.B. Devaya, who had land in Markara, told us we could have 10 acres of the land on the outskirts of Markara. That was a relief. My father-in-law, Sri Bidanda Kushalappa, gave us all the help to get the school started. Srimati Minni Bopaya offered us her car shed and a large room which suited us to have dormitories. Then we needed transport to pick the children up, so a jeep would collect the kids as they were told the pickup points. Then it so happened a driver who owned a taxi told us he was willing to pick up the kids. His name was Rahman. We were ever so grateful to him and he served us very well. 13 students enrolled in the first year. We had to get teachers and all the other paraphernalia. It was a lot of work. Luckily, we had a carpenter on our estate. He got down to making the furniture required for the school. We ran a boarding as we wanted to accommodate children from far and wide of the district and elsewhere too. Since we opened our school, many schools have mushroomed. Our strength now is almost 1,000 students. Whoever thought it would grow to such a such strength? Our students who have studied with us have done very well in many fields, and most important, they have had a good and happy childhood and being at home with their parents.
Actually, it's really amazing, how much of work people did for the school. Like I mean, Jack Guru, and then Shankar Swami, and then take Babu uncle, and then of course myself. I know I Babu uncle used to be there by 10 o'clock. I used to be in the school by 10 o'clock, and normally go for satsang at about 2 o'clock. Just go and 2 minutes of lunch till I got fired one day when Jack Guru said, "You can't afford to be like this. This comes first, and then everything else comes." So that is what exactly happened. You know. So I had to for 1 day in the week I had to cut down going to the school. So I used to go on the other days. So that's what we did. And there's so much of love for the school. And you see, And of course, my mother and then Titu uncle, auntie, they are the ones who really, I mean, my mother and Titu auntie were the first two to think about starting the school. Of course, the Titu uncle, auntie wanted to start it because she wanted to have the first, I mean, the nursery classes. So she thought if she had that in the house, she could have this and send children from here, from her school to this school, you see. So that's what the actual plan was, when between which my mother and Titu uncle, auntie had decided on, yeah.
Good morning. I am very happy to note that some of the old students and teachers of Bharata Vidya Bhavan Kodagu Vidyalaya are planning a documentary of our school. I am glad to inform you that I was involved in the school since its inception in 1980-81. I was made the honorary secretary by the founder late Sri Biddanda Kushalappa, and our patron was none other than Field Marshal Kodandera Karyappa, who named the school as Kodagu Vidyalaya. It is my privilege to have been with a school of a humble beginning, which now has grown into a famous CBSE school in Madikeri, imparting value based education to the students of all sections of society. I am also happy to mention that my daughter Pratibha and grandchildren Uttapa and Aditi were old students of our school. My sincere good wishes on this occasion. Thank you.
This is Shanti Shankar speaking. I was asked to speak about Kodagu Vidyalaya and the time limit is 1 or 2 minutes. Is it ever possible, since there is so much to say? However, I shall try to be brief. Our family is connected with the school for 3 generations. My father, late Sri C.K. Appachu, and my husband, late C.V. Shankar, were the committee members of the school until their last. Now my son C.S. Gurudat, a former student of Kodagu Vidyalaya, is on the present committee of the school. The visionaries had a philosophy of their own for the welfare of the young boys and girls, the motto being, education is for life. Sri B.K. Subbaya, who later became the chairman of the school, often said, we were lucky to get the first principal in Srimati Udaya Kumari, who was an experienced, well-qualified person. She gladly accepted our view to give importance for an all-round development of every child. Shankar, being the sports committee chairman, gave the children coaching in every aspect of sports. I too had a minor role of being in the hostel committee, and we committee members agreed on giving the best for our children. We need not profit from their fees was our motto. Some children were so happy that they did not want to go home for short holidays. Rare indeed. I also recollect how we ladies organized food stalls during sports day, and the children enjoyed the homemade goodies. We even conducted cooking classes for senior boys and girls. Even now I get the feedback from the old students. Auntie, even now I prepare the sweets you taught me. After a few years, Sri B.K. Subbaya, the then chairman, came up with the noble idea of starting an opportunity school for physically and mentally challenged children. Under the able guidance of Mrs. Meena Karyappa, wife of Air Marshal Karyappa, it was well established, catering to about 50 children in and around Madikeri. This charitable cause will move any philanthropist, and I wish they all visit the school on a beautiful hilltop in Madikeri, Kodagu, Karnataka. May the good work get more and more support. Thank you.
I am Sharda Mandappa Pandanda, and I would like to say a few words about our school, Kodagu Vidyalaya. As Coog needed a good English medium school, KV was established to fulfill our dream. The school has proved to be one of the best schools in Coog for its environment, education, discipline, and for the best results throughout. The school has a high standard of annual functions too, such as school day, sports day, and any number of extracurricular activities. Students have won many trophies in hockey, cricket, and by giving many other programs in quite a few states, quite a few schools in states, and proved worthy of KV. Our teachers are also well qualified and hardworking and given their best in their field of work. With this, I wish the school a very bright future. Thank you.
Greetings to all from Udayakumari. Thanks to those who formed Ex-KVians group and efficiently manage it. Recently there was a photo, a small group with the old KV building in the background. Those were the early days and very crucial in making KV what it is now. It was a small building with a few rooms. One room functioned as office room, class 5 and class 6. Later, it was office and staff room. The rest were classes. It was like a family, all dedicated, open minded, and attached to one another. One by one, joined in, but became a part with the same spirit. There was a bond among staff, students, and parents. As usual, KV family became larger, number increased, buildings came up, and it became a large institution. I'm sorry to say that the earlier charm was lost. Migration was going on. Many left unhappy and never heard of. Some had to leave for better opportunities, but still some of them are in touch with one another. Thanks to WhatsApp, I notice that the attachment among you still continues. Keep it up. After all, human relationship is more important than other considerations. On my behalf, I can say I loved you then as my family and continue to think so even now. I have only fond memories. However big a river may be, the small source is always revered. Wish you all good health and happiness. God bless you all.
Namaste. This is Babu Somaya. I am an ex-serviceman. After I retired, I got an opportunity to work under Sri B.K. Subbaya. Then he was correspondent of Kodagu Vidyalaya. The school, which started in a garage with 15 to 20 children, was shifted to a beautiful hilltop school in Madikeri. About 8 acres of land donated by Sri Kodanda Bopaya and his brother. I was assigned the task of getting the school documents in order and later help with construction of the school building, besides helping in school activities. Working under Sri B.K. Subbaya, who was my spiritual guru, was eye-opener, and I learnt a lot under him. It was all labor of love for the school. I wish the school must grow to be one of the best schools of India. Pranam.
I am Srimati Rani Appaya, ex-principal, BVB KV.
One of the most enjoyable, interesting, and educative experiences I had at KV during my tenure were trips. Yes, educational tours. They used to be very fascinating. Under the able leadership of Madam Uday Kumari, tours were very well organized with utmost importance given to educative aspects of the places to be visited, catering to the level of kids of every classes. Tours were considered as a part of curriculum. This enabled the kids to get new experiences, gain knowledge, and more than anything else, exposure to different environments. I think KV was the only institution which organized educational tours to every class right from LKG to PU classes during those days. Hope the same trend is followed till now and wish it will continue. Thank you.
हाय फ्रेंड्स, कोडगु विद्यालय। मैं विजया। मैंने इस स्कूल में 18 साल तक काम किया। 1986 में मैंने प्रवेश किया था। यहाँ का अनुभव मेरी जिंदगी का अनमोल खजाना है। वह मुझे हमेशा आनंद देता रहता है। सबको मैंने हिंदी सिखाया। सब मुझे हिंदी टीचर कहते थे। क्लास के अंदर पढ़ाने में मुझे बहुत मजा आता था। विद्यार्थी भी बड़ी खुशी से सब सीखते थे। क्लास के बाहर भी खुली वातावरण में जब हम ड्रामा प्रैक्टिस करते थे तो उसका अनुभव अद्भुत हुआ करता था। हम सारे टीचर्स मिलजुल कर रहती थी। प्रिंसिपल मैडम भी अच्छा सहयोग करती थी। स्कूल डे, स्पोर्ट डे, पिकनिक, इनकी बात तो कुछ और ही थी। यहाँ जो खुशी मुझे प्राप्त हुई उसका मैं वर्णन नहीं कर सकती। धन्य है कोडगु विद्यालय। जब भी मौका मिलता है इस पवित्र भूमि को नमन करने मैं अवश्य जाती हूँ। ಧನ್ಯವಾದ।
ನೆನಪಿನಂಗಳ. ಕೊಡಗು ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವೇ ಒಂದು ದೇವಾಲಯ, ಬದುಕಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಲಯ. ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಮುದ್ದು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ನನ್ನ ಸಂಸಾರ ಸಾಗರ, ಆ ನಗುಮೊಗಗಳೇ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಸಾಗರ. ಒಲುಮೆಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರೇ ನನ್ನ ಒಡನಾಡಿಗಳು, ಶಾಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರೇ ನನ್ನ ಪುಷ್ಟಿದಾಯಕರು. ಉದಯಮ್ಮನ ಗರುಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಂದೆದ್ದು ಬಂದಿಹೆನು, ವಿದ್ಯಮ್ಮನ ನೃತ್ಯ ಸಂಗೀತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಳಗಿಹೆನು. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದ ಆಚಾರ ವಿಚಾರಗಳೇ ಈಗ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಿರುವ ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರಗಳು. ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕೋತ್ಸವದಿ ನನ್ನ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವಿಕೆಯೇ ನನ್ನನ್ನೀಗ ಉತ್ತುಂಗಕ್ಕೇರಿಸಿರುವ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆ. ಮಾಡಿದ ಪ್ರವಾಸಗಳೇ ನನ್ನ ಸವಿ ನೆನಪುಗಳು, ಮರೆಯಲಾಗದ ಬಿಡಿಸಲಾಗದ ಆ ಮಧುರ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳು. ಕಲಿತ ಚಿತ್ರಕಲೆಗಳೇ ನನಗದೋ ಸ್ವಾದಿಷ್ಟವು, ಮಾಡಿದ ಕರಕುಶಲ ನನಗೀಗ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹದಾಯಕವು. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿನ ಸಾಗರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮುಂದೆಯೂ ಸಾಗುವೆನು ಆ ಕನಸಿನ ಆಗರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಕನಸಿನ ಸಾಗರದಲ್ಲಿ. ರಚನೆ ಕೆ ಮುತ್ತಮ್ಮ.
ನಾನು ಪುಷ್ಪಾ DH ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕವನ ವಾಚಿಸಲು ಬಯಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಕವನದ ಶೀರ್ಷಿಕೆ ನಾನು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾದೆ. ಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಡಗು ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊದಲ ನುಡಿ ಕಲಿತ ಮಗುವಿನ ತೆರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೆ ನಾನು ಗುರುವೆಂದರೇನೆಂದು, ಮಕ್ಕಳೊಡನೆ ಮಗುವಾಗುವುದೆಂದು. ಅಕ್ಕರಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಮೇರು ದಾರಿ ತೋರುವುದನ್ನು, ಬಾಳದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೀವಿಗೆ ಬರುವುದನ್ನು, ಸೇವೆಯ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಗಿದೆನು, ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಹೊಂದಿದೆನು. ಮೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಮರೆಯಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ, ಜೀವನ ಪಾಠವ ಕಲಿಸಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಹಾರೈಸುವೆನು ನೂರ್ಕಾಲ ನಮ್ಮೀ ಗುರುಕುಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಗುರು ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಪರಂಪರೆಯು ಸದಾ ಬೆಳಗುತ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಸರ್ವರಿಗೂ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಕೆಗಳು.
Hi, I'm Aarti Somaya here. I had the privilege of working in Kodagu Vidyalaya for a year, and I still cherish the memories of being mentored by the then President K.D. Somaya, Mr. Jack Subbaya, Mr. C.B. Devaya, Mrs. Mini Bopaya, who was my aunt, and Mrs. Alumelu Giri, Mr. Shankar Swami, Major Devaya, and Sharda Mandappa. They had unparalleled vision for education. The school had a very good repute. The ethics and values imbibed by them reflects in my personality even today. They were large-hearted people who set a very unique culture. I wish the school progresses further to its pristine best. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hope all are doing good. I'm Amita. To begin with, I would like to thank each one of you for this opportunity. Kodagu Vidyalaya is the school where I started my career as a mathematics lecturer. It is the place where I met the best of my peers and good friends for life. It had been an honor and a privilege to have worked in such a wonderful institution. In conclusion, I hope and I pray that the institution will transform to reach new heights and achieve great success. Wishing you all good health and happiness. Stay safe.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Sujata Bopanna, and I would like to speak a few words on my bond with Kodagu Vidyalaya. I grew up just a lane down this institution, because of which the premises is deeply linked to my childhood and parental home. Passing by Kodagu Vidyalaya now is a precious walk down memory lane. Soon after my post graduation, Kodagu Vidyalaya opened its doors to me, where I took my first step as a lecturer for college students. It has been the stepping stone to my success. Today, I have served for over 25 years at various capacities as a professor, principal, and dean at multiple institutions. I will remain grateful to Kodagu Vidyalaya for embracing me as a fresher and giving me an opportunity to kickstart my career. My heartfelt thanks to the institution. My special thanks to Jansi for her effort to reunite us. Thank you.
Good morning, dear all. This is Pushpa Apuchu. Walking up the hill in the year 2015 began a beautiful journey. Huffing and puffing did I reach to be greeted by a bunch of bubbly students full of mischief. And yes, it is those little smart gems that fill my fond memories of Kodagu Vidyalaya. Every moment spent with the children in the serene campus of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kodagu Vidyalaya is still alive in my heart and shall be a great gift that I will cherish. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Premlata here. I realized at once that between thousands of yesterdays and millions of tomorrows, we have only today to relive the exhilarating and revitalizing memories of KV. I joined in the year 1996 as lecturer in commerce and developed good rapport with my students who made me proud by bagging several ranks between 96 to 2007, which are all memorable. As for teachers, they are wonderful human beings, they're best friends, and loving and caring. Meeting them at any time, anywhere is sheer joy to me. I fondly remember Ram Prasad sir's dialogue, ಗುಡಿಸಿದರೆ ಕಸವಿರಬಾರದು ಬಡಿಸಿದರೆ ಹಸಿವಿರಬಾರದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಳಬಾರದು. I also remember all the teachers and their love, care, and relationship with me, but I have no time to mention everyone. Thank you all for making my days beautiful in KV.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ನಾನು ಕಾಳಿಮಡ ಮಮತಾ. ಬೆಳಕು ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಂಕೇತ. ಈ ಬೆಳಕು ಬಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾ ಸರ್ವದ ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿಶೆಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಸಮೃದ್ಧಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಬೆಳಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕಿಯಾಗಿ ವೃತ್ತಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದ ನನಗೆ ದೊರಕಿದ್ದು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡಗು ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ. 2008ರಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತದ್ದು ಅಪಾರ. ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂತಹ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ, ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳು, ಕೊಡಗು ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಾನ. ನನಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್ CB ದೇವಯ್ಯ ಸರ್, ದಿವಂಗತ ಶಂಕರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ದಿವಂಗತ ಬೆಲ್ಲೆಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಪರ್ಯಂತ ಆಭಾರಿ ನಾನು. ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಚಿಂತಕ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶಂಕರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಹಿತಿಯ ಚಿಗುರೊಡೆಸಲು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿದಾಯಕರು. ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
You'll perform like magic, yeah.
This is something unbelievable.
Hi, I'm Ms. Shakuntala Shetty, an ex-KVian from Mumbai. Take privilege to thank all those who are involved in making this documentary. First of all, I would like to thank Jhansi for working so hard since 3 months to make this documentary possible. Our whole team is very thankful to Jhansi for bringing all of us together once again. This documentary is a result of an inner call for which a complete research has been done and compiled through guidance and the moral support of ex-KVian administrators, involvement and activity of ex-KVian teachers. So our hearty thanks to each and everyone. Our special thanks to Kodagu Vidyalaya past committee members and their family for their visionary voice messages. Our special thanks to present Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kodagu Vidyalaya committee members and staff members for all the support and cooperation. Our special thanks to an ex-KVian, Mrs. Rita Yashwant and her son for this beautiful compilation. This tribute to Kodagu Vidyalaya has united us after a long gap, erasing the distance. We are thankful to Almighty for providing us such a magnificent moment of togetherness. Thank you for all those who have supported us in making this documentary a dream project come true. Thank you very much.